Hello and welcome. I'm Tasnim Hassan, and I'm so glad you're here. In this explainer, we're not just going to talk about ideas. We're actually going to build something together, something lasting. We're going to become architects of our inner selves, using the incredible wisdom of Surah Al-e-Imran as our guide.
For me, this journey is all about trying to live by the Quran's wisdom in a real, practical way. Not just reading it, but making it a blueprint for my daily life. And I am so excited to invite you to join me on this path of becoming better, stronger, more centered versions of ourselves.
Let's be real. It feels like we're living in a constant storm, right? There's so much noise, so many opinions, so many intellectual and emotional challenges being thrown at us every single day. It can make you feel unstable, like you're on shaky ground. So the big question is, how do we build an inner core that doesn't just survive the storm, but stands firm and at peace through it all?
Okay, so here's the plan. For the next few minutes, I want you to put on your architect's hat. The material we're working with, it's timeless wisdom from the second part of Surah Al-e-Imran. And our project? Well, it's the most important project we'll ever take on, building an unshakable inner fortress, a place of strength that can withstand anything.
Every amazing building starts with a solid blueprint. You can't just start throwing up walls, right? So this first part is all about laying our foundation with absolute, crystal clarity.
The number one rule in our architectural plan is to build on what the Quran calls the Muhkamat. These are the clear, decisive, foundational principles. Think of them as the steel beams and the solid concrete of our fortress. They are the non-negotiables. God is one. Be just. Be kind. These are the solid truths we anchor all of our major life decisions to instead of getting lost in the fuzzy gray areas. Now, the Quran points out two totally different ways of thinking, and you can see it right here. On one side, you have people with what's called a deviation in their hearts. They actually go looking for the ambiguous stuff, not because they want truth, but because they want to argue, create drama, and find loopholes. But on the other side, you have those who are firm in knowledge. Their whole approach is about humility. They stick to what's clear, and when they encounter something complex, they don't try to twist it. They simply say, "We believe, it's all from our Lord."
And this leads to a really important moment of self-check. We've all done this, haven't we? We try to find some justification for something we kind of know isn't quite right. That urge to find a loophole, well, it's like a warning light flashing on the dashboard of our soul. It's a sign that maybe, just maybe, our sincerity is wavering a little.
So here is our very first super practical tool. Let's call it the sincerity check. The next time you feel yourself starting to bend logic to get what you want, just for a second, pause. Ask yourself this one powerful question. Am I trying to find the truth here, or am I just trying to win? And then step 3, consciously pull your focus back to those clear foundational principles, the Muhkamat. It's a simple habit that keeps our entire foundation strong and true.
All right, our blueprint is clear. Now it's time for the heavy lifting. We're going to raise the massive pillars that will hold up the entire structure. These are our pillars of conviction.
This verse, wow. This is the central pillar of our whole fortress. It is one of the most powerful statements in the entire Quran. It's not just information, it's a testimony. You have God himself, the angels, and the people of knowledge all bearing witness to this ultimate truth, that there is only one God, and that he maintains the entire universe with perfect, unwavering justice.
Just look at the company the people of knowledge are in. Their testimony is mentioned in the same breath as God's and the angels. That's absolutely incredible. What this tells us is that the true pursuit of knowledge, the sincere search for truth, ultimately leads you right back to affirming the divine. It's a huge motivator for us to never stop learning, to always be curious, and to strive to be one of those people.
And the second mighty pillar is right there in the verse too, justice, or Kist. The idea here is that the whole universe, from galaxies spinning light years away to your own heartbeat, is held in a state of perfect balance and fairness. This isn't just some abstract cosmic concept. It's a direct call to us. It means our small, everyday acts of fairness, they are a reflection of that huge, universal truth.
So let's bring this home. Think about your week coming up. Is there one meeting, one conversation with your family, one decision at work where you can consciously decide to be a force for absolute fairness? Maybe it's how you split chores or how you listen to a colleague's idea. That right there, that's building with conviction.
So our foundation is solid, our pillars are strong. Now we build the watchtower. The watchtower is what gives us that high vantage point, that perspective to see all of life's ups and downs for what they really are.
The verses known as Ayatul Mulk teaches something really powerful about detachment. That job title you have, the status you hold, the money in your bank account, think of it all as being on loan. It's from God, the one true owner of everything. He gives it, and He can take it away, and it's all part of a test. Internalizing this stops success from making you arrogant, and it stops loss from making you fall into despair. It's the ultimate reality check.
I absolutely love this metaphor from the Quran. It compares our changing fortunes to the rotation of night and day. Hardship, that's the night. It feels dark, but it's a season for patience, and you know for a fact it will pass. Success, that's the day. It's bright and warm, a season for gratitude, and you know it too will pass. This perspective lets you stay steady through both cycles, knowing that every season serves a divine purpose.
And of course, every fortress needs guards on the watchtower. Tradition gives us a really practical way to do this, through daily recitation. Using that amazing verse 18 we talked about, the Great Witness, along with the famous throne verse, Ayat al-Kursi, is like raising a spiritual shield around yourself every single day. It's a practice that recenters you and reinforces that higher perspective.
Okay, the main construction is complete. Let's step back for a moment and just admire what we've built. The clear blueprint, the strong pillars, the high watchtower, they've all come together beautifully.
See what we did here? By building on a blueprint of clarity, you've ensured your foundation is solid. By raising pillars of divine oneness and justice, you've given your inner self incredible strength. And by adding that watchtower of perspective, you can navigate life's changing seasons with grace and confidence. These aren't just lessons, they are real architectural tools for building a soul that can handle anything.
But of course, the construction on a project like this is never really finished, is it? Every single day offers us a new chance to reinforce the walls, to strengthen the pillars. So, the question I want to leave you with is this. Which tool are you going to pick up and use today? Will it be humility? Justice in a small act? Or maybe just finding gratitude in whatever season you're in? The choice is yours.
If this little architectural tour has added some value to your journey, I'd be so grateful if you would like, share, and maybe even comment with a principle you plan to work on. It really helps us all grow. Thank you for building with me today. Let's keep building a better self together.